If you're using Matugen right now, your templates probably look something like this, right? Quite a lot of stuff. And you've got 40 of these individual color lines scattered across every template, each one a mile long, and half the time you can't even remember which color is which because the names are designed for Google's design system and not for theming a Hyprland desktop. Well, there's a better way, and it's been sitting in Matugen this entire time. Most people don't even know that it exists. What's going on, everyone? I'm Sane. I've been writing Hyprland for about 4 years now, and I've taught lots and lots of other people how to write Hyprland for themselves. And today, I'm going to show you a format for Matugen templates that's simpler, cleaner, easier to maintain, and honestly just makes more sense for what we're doing on Hyprland. It's called base16, and once you switch to it, you're never going back to typing colors.primarycontainer.default.hex again. Before that, let me explain what's actually wrong with the default material U format before I show you the alternative, right? Because if you don't understand the problem, the solution is not going to click. Material U, or Material Design 3, was built by Google for Android apps. The color system is designed for interfaces with specific semantic roles. You have a primary color, a primary container, on primary container, and lots of other colors like that. This goes on, right? There are dozens of these, and each one has a very specific meaning in the context of a material design app. Primary container is the background color for a prominent UI container. On primary container is the text color that goes on top of that container. Surface variant is an alternative surface for less prominent areas. These names make sense if you're building a material design app. You're not building a material design app though. You're theming a Hyprland bar, setting your terminal background, you're picking border colors. You don't need semantic roles designed for Android buttons and cards. You need a background color, foreground color, and a handful of accents that work together. That's it. And here's the practical problem. When you're writing a template for your waybar or your rofi or your kitty and you need an accent color, you're scrolling through a mental list of so many other colors. A primary, secondary, tertiary, primary container, secondary container, tertiary container, trying to remember which one gave you the shade that you wanted last time. Was it primary or primary container? Was the lighter one surface container low or surface container lowest? You're literally fighting the naming system instead of building your theme. And then your template lines look like this. Don't even get me started. That's like 48 characters for one freaking variable. Where is that? Tertiary container. Where is that? Okay, I'm not even using it in this template, but yeah, quite a lot of characters. And you've got 20 of these in every template. It's verbose, hard to scan, and when something looks wrong, you're debugging by cross-referencing material design documentation to figure out which semantic role maps to which visual output. That's literally insane. We're theming a desktop and not building Gmail. Base16 solves this by being a color system designed specifically for what we actually do. Theming terminals, editors, desktop applications, and it uses exactly 16 colors, numbered base 00 through base 0f, and that's it. 16 colors, no semantic roles, no containers, no on variants, just 16 hex values. Here's the structure, and this is the beautiful part. The 16 colors split into two groups with clear, simple purposes. Base 00 through base 07 are your shade colors. They form a gradient from darkest to lightest. In a dark theme, 00 would be your darkest background, and 07 is your lightest foreground. Think of them as your grayscale backbone, right? The structure of your theme. 00 is your main background. 01 is a slightly lighter background for UI elements, something like bars and sidebars. 02 is your selection or highlight background. 03 is comments and subtle text. 04 is dark foreground for status bars. Then 05 is your default text. 06 light foreground, and 07 is the lightest, used for bright highlights. 08 through 0f are your accent colors. 8 distinct colors and handle everything with personality. You have red, orange, yellow, green, cyan, blue, purple, brown, so on and so forth. No, it's actually, I'm pretty sure that was 8 colors. These are your headers, warnings, strings, keywords, highlights, and the fun stuff. That's the entire system. 8 shades for structure, 8 accents for personality. Every color has a clear role. Every role has a short name. No ambiguity and no guessing. Here's what most people don't know, okay? Matugen isn't just a material U generator. It's a material U and base16 generator. It generates both palettes from every wallpaper. You've had access to base16 colors this entire time, you just weren't using them. The syntax, if you're going to use it inside of your templates, is pretty simple, okay? Let's just write this line again so I can show you what I'm talking about. So let's define color bg 0. We'll just comment this out. Just comment out like so, because this is CSS, use this syntax. Now, inside of these two braces, what are you going to type? Here, it would be something like base16. base16.base00.dark.x. That's it. Base16 to access the base16 palette, base 00 through 0f for the color, dark or light for the scheme variant, and then your format. Hex stripped, RGB, rgba, HSL, whatever that you're going to need, okay? Compare that to the material U equivalent, and while it's not, revolutionary in terms of, shortening it, that's just the nature of the syntax, right? Although it is definitely much easier to understand. And when you have a full template with 20 color assignments, the base16 version is dramatically easier to read, write, and maintain. Now, if you're setting up Matugen as part of a full Hyprland theming pipeline with wallpapers, colors, bar, Terminal launcher, terminal launcher, that's actually not one word, all dynamically themed. Hypraccelerator walks you through building that entire system from scratch. It's a program, okay, with over 10 hours of content that teaches you exactly how you can use code to make custom theme switchers like the one that you're seeing over here, where the theme switcher changes the theme for literally every app you can think of, from your file manager to your freaking browser to your terminal, literally anything. Let's say I change the theme to something like Everforest. It's watched as the theme changes. For the browser, I'm just going to have to open a new tab, and the background color changes as well. This I teach you how to do inside of the theme switchers module. So if I just show you this module, it's over 2 hours long. It took me just over a week to make, and here I cover what theme switchers actually are, the different kinds, how to set up wallpaper-based theme switching, custom theme switching, so on and so forth. If I show you this, okay, there you go. This is the code part where I actually cover how you're supposed to write this on your own, and then there's other stuff to help you out on your Hyprland journey as well. So if you want this, you can go ahead, click the first link in the description right now, and check out the program. Great. So as for this template, let me show you what it looks like in practice, okay? I'll rewrite the most common templates from Material View format to base16. As for Hyprland borders, let me just open a new file so I can show it to you from scratch, okay? Let's open a new file. We'll just call this what's it going to be? Conf. This is a Hyprland config, so it'll be something like general. So in here, call.activeBorder, active_border equals RGB. Okay, RGB. And then inside of these parentheses, you put down these two curly braces, and then colors. Okay, you gotta have to actually space it out to make it visible. Colors dot primary dot default dot hex strip. This is what you get by default, right? Hex stripped. And you just put that down again in active border. Now in here, it's going to be colors surface variant. Or is that surface variant default hex stripped? This is what it will look like in default Material View version, okay? If I were to show you the actual base16 version, that would be much simpler. So we get rid of this, okay? And instead of that, you put down base16 dot base00 or something like 0d dot dark dot hex underscore stripped. And then you take the same thing and then put that inside of here as well. So let's put down the two curly braces in the parentheses. Now, oh man, hold on a sec. There you go. And then same thing, except it's going to be base16.base01 dot dark dot x underscore stripped. That's it. 0D is your blue accent, a natural choice for an active border, right? 01 is your slightly lighter than background shade, which makes for a perfect inactive border that's present but then not demanding attention. For the kitty terminal, I would look something like this. Let's go to the actual template that I have. We'll just be substituting the colors. So config, Matugen, templates, kitty, colors.conf. So in here, let's say I wanted to change the background. That would be base16 dot base 00. And then here, let's just change this to dark dot hex. That's it. That's how you get it done. Now, substituting the entire thing is going to take quite some time. So I will show you how to do it for something like, let's see here, color 0. Color 0, we're going to make that be 00. That's fine. That's not what we're looking for. Let's look for color 11 instead. Color 11, that's going to be 0A. Okay. Color 11, where's that? 0A. So that's going to be yellow. So you put that down here. Base16 dot base 0A dot, what's that? Dark dot hex. That's it. And then you substitute the rest of the values in here for the base16 version instead. And then just take a look at how clean it would be in that case once you've actually finished it. The base16 system maps directly onto terminal color indices because it was designed exactly for this purpose. Base 08, I'm pretty sure. Yep, that's red. That's color 1 and color 9. Base 0, I'm pretty sure. Where's that? Okay, I don't actually remember for green, but it was probably 0B. That's color 2 and color 10. The mapping is 1-to-1 for all the other colors as well. There's no guessing which Material View semantic role should become your terminal's red. As for waybar, you do the same substitution and you get it done. But your entire waybar color foundation, very simply finished in 7 lines. If you were to get a background, foreground, let's see what else, color, highlight, accent, urgent, and then muted. That's it. And every variable name makes immediate sense because the base16 roles align with what you're actually using them for. Background is base 00, text is base 05, active workspace highlight is base 02, accent 0D, urgent notification 08, which is red, and then muted text is 03. Done. That's it. Great. So before we conclude and basically get it done, okay, I want to give you a little cheat sheet. So let me give you the mental map so that you never have to look anything up. For structure, think of base 00 through 07 as a brightness gradient. 00 is your deepest background, 07 is your brightest text. Everything in between is a step along that gradient. When you need a background, you start at the low end. When you need text, you start at the high end. And when you need something in between, something like highlights, comments, subtle UI elements, you pick from the middle. For accents, here's a quick reference. Okay, 08 is red, 09 is orange, 0A is yellow, 0B green, 0C is cyan, 0D blue, 0E magenta or purple, and 0F a brown or a deep accent. Red for errors and urgent states, green for success and active indicators, blue for primary accents and focused elements, yellow for warnings, cyan and magenta for secondary accents and highlights. You'll be using 0D the most. It's your go-to accent color. 08 is your go-to something needs attention color, okay? That's the entire system. Once this is in your head, you can write templates from memory officially without checking any documentation. So here's what I want you to do. Go open one of your Matugen templates right now, pick the simplest one, your terminal or your launcher, and rewrite it using base16.base00 and whatever other syntax was there. Okay, instead of the material view format, just do that. Run Matugen, see the result, literally have the same dynamic theming with half the complexity and twice the readability. Then do the same with the rest of your templates one by one. By the time you're done, your entire theming system will be cleaner, more portable, and easier to maintain than it's ever been. And if you want to build a complete dynamic theming system on Hyprland, wallpaper to colors, to every app on your computer, all automated, Hypraccelerator walks you through the full setup along with how to make custom theme switchers, wallpaper switchers, and anything you could possibly want, like notification centers, along with logout menus, along with lock screens, and everything you could ask for. So if you want that, you can go ahead, click the first link in the description right now, and check out the program. If you liked the video, hit like. If you loved it and want to see more like this in your feed, hit subscribe, and I will see you next time. Stay rising.